views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Getting your work week started right by stretching out your vagina holes with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. Thanks for tuning in. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. We are live on alienxradio.com, and we are live on UG Media in the UK. Welcome and good morning, everybody, and a big shout-out to all of our affiliates who will be playing the show later on in the day and throughout the course of the week. I do thank you very much. Welcome, everybody, to the show. Once again, I did not print out everything. Jeez, oh, Pete's. Running late again. Had a rough weekend. But, hey, I've got stuff planned. I do. I just haven't ran over to the printer yet to grab the stuff off of there. Trust me, there is stuff coming up. We got music for the vagina holes, of course. A lot of it being brand spanking new stuff submitted to the station. We have a lot of our regular things coming up, like the wackadoo of the week is our parrot guy. The parrot guy. I'll tell you all about the parrot guy. Dumbass versus Mama Bear. The Japanese Poop Museum. A 10-inch knife in the brain. That's kind of like what the show is like. A 10-inch knife in the brain. Finland's Heavy Metal Knitting Championships. It's a thing. And I'll tell you about the rattlesnake-toting car thief with uranium. And Orbs over Kansas City has the weather service even freaking out. And much more, including a classic episode of Just a Few Questions thrown in the mix, as well as your news update and sports. All of this coming up on the Attack on the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space for July 15th, 2019. So let's go ahead and get this thing underway. Let's kick this pig.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
Let's take a look at this day in history.
July 15th, 1971. In a stunning move during the Cold War, President Richard Nixon says he will become the first American leader to visit communist China.
To seek the normalization of relations between the two countries, and also to exchange views on questions of concern to the two sides.
Nixon's trip to China the following year paves the way for full diplomatic ties between Washington and Beijing, ending decades of hostility. 1997.
Okay, hold on. How did he get shot there? I don't know. He's walking in front of his home. That's Johnny Versace.
In Miami Beach, fashion designer Gianni Versace is shot to death outside his home. The suspect, spree killer Andrew Cunanan. Miami Beach, Police Chief Richard Barretto.
He's a brazen individual, well-dressed, well-educated. He's not a stupid person.
Days later, Cunanan is found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound on a houseboat miles from Versace's murder. 1916. In Seattle, the birth of what becomes the world's largest aircraft maker. As William Boeing founds the company that now bears his name, originally known as Pacific Aero Products. And 1606. Rembrandt, the Dutch painter who's considered one of Europe's greatest, is born in the Netherlands. Today in history, July 15th, Mike Gracia, The Associated Press.
All right, folks, now that we know what day it is and what happened way back in the day on this day, let's go ahead and get this day underway, shall we? Rocking your face off this morning with some Concrete Angels. It's time to get on up. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
What's up? This is Chris from Concrete Angels. You're listening to Alien X Radio.
down. A new king will be crowned.
This is Chris Carlson from the band 23EXP, and you're listening to Alien X Radio.
Driven from the garden door.
something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Can you feel it?
All right, folks, it's now time for the punchlines. It is my duty and privilege to inform you that this portion of the show is being brought to you by Ashley's of Westland. Located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and Saturday nights for our own Sporkle Live with DJ Wild Bill. Now you can order online for delivery with Grubhub and Uber Eats at www.ashleys.com. That's Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap. So let's go ahead and get into this. A bear watches the sunrise from a hotel in New Hampshire. For those of you who don't know what punchlines are, these are actual headlines that I take out of a newspaper and don't bother to read the paper. Just the headline. So, bear watches sunrise from hotel in New Hampshire, but still only gives the hotel a 3-star review because they did not have honey for his continental breakfast. Honey. Stunned scientists watch as wreckfish eats whole shark. I can't believe I ate the whole thing. He then pissed off the entire kitchen staff by ordering the baked Alaska 5 minutes before closing. Here's how quickly a seemingly adorable bear can turn on you. That's a headline in an actual newspaper. Here's how quickly a seemingly adorable bear can turn on you. This just in, this is not news. Bears will hurt you. We get it. And this hour's top story, a 10-inch knife in the brain. This guy, it always starts with this guy, right? This kid. He's outside playing around, and he's got a 10-inch knife in his hand. Why? I don't know. Why his mother says she doesn't know. But while he was playing around with the knife outside, he tripped and fell. He fell in such a way that the knife plunged into his face. That's right, it went into his face on an angle right up underneath his eye. And it went into his brain. The tip of the blade was a centimeter away from a major artery in his skull. I am happy to announce he is fine. The knife was removed. There is no brain damage other than a little slot there. Now he looks like a bank. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. That has been the punchlines. All right, it's time to get some more music crammed firmly into your Vajir holes because I know your Vajir holes are snapping right now. You know, it sounds like a sound. You know what I'm saying? Because you really want to hear some music. So let's go ahead and pull some. I'm thinking Dirty Mind Detroit. I haven't played some of them in a little bit. How about a Detroit son of a bitch? We can play that by Dirty Americans. And then Dirty Mind Detroit. How about that? Dirty Mind Detroit coming up next. But right now, it's time for Dirty Americans with Detroit son of a bitch. You are tuned to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Thought you'd seen the last of me, but I ain't here. chance left. Detroit, son of a bitch, ain't no way you can fuck with this. Got one chance left and I'll take it. Detroit, son of a bitch, ain't no way you can fuck with this. Got one chance left, just one chance left and I'll take it. Detroit, son of a bitch, ain't no way you can fuck with this. Got one chance left, just one chance left and I'll take it. Detroit, son of a bitch, ain't no way you can fuck with this. Got one chance left, just one chance left.
What happens if a nuke does drop? What, everything's going to be vaporized? You're eventually going to run out of spam.
Well, the bigger, the better, yeah. She's the one for me. Designer shoes, shirts, and skirts from Barnum and Bailey. Well, she may not be a sight to see. She's the only one for me. The bigger, the better for me. Well, big hips, big thighs, and a pretty decent rack. She kept all her belongings in a little gunny sack. Well, she may not be a sight to see, but she's the only one for me. The bigger, the better for me. Look at her. Well, I finally took a liking to those hairs up in her chin. She asked if she should plug them out. I said, no, just leave them in. Cause you may not be a sight to see, but you're the only one for me. The bigger, the better for me. Well, the bigger, the better, yeah. She's the one for me. Designer shoes, shirts, and skirts from Barnum and Bailey. Well, she may not be a sight to see, but she's the only one for me. The bigger, the better for me. More cushion, less pushing, she has tattooed on her back. She's got them gosh dang ankles stretched right up to her neck. Well, she may not be a sight to see, but she's the only one for me. The bigger, the better for me. Everybody now. Well, the bigger, the better, yeah. She's the one for me. Designer shoes, shirts, and skirts from Barnum and Bailey. Well, she may not be a sight to see, but she's the only one for me. The bigger, the better for me. Well, the bigger, the better for me. Well, the bigger, the better for me.
Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Bus commercials, definitely.
Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Awesome.
All right, folks. So once again, that's right. You are tuned to the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone. The bigger, the better for me. Recorded live in studio. That was Dirty Mind Detroit. Congratulations to them. I believe I just saw a post not too long ago. They just won yet another award and took another top 10 slot on another station, man. They're doing really well. Big congrats to those guys, man. Good friends to the station, good friends to the show, good friends to me. Anyway, it is about that time. Almost time to take a short break, pausing the action for station identification. Still coming up in this hour, Finland's heavy metal knitting competitions and championships. It's a thing. I'll tell you about that. Also, we're going to talk about the storming of Area 51 just for a moment, because only a moment's all it's really worth talking about. Giant cactus car crash, and beans can get you busted. All of that is still coming up in this hour, as well as the next 2 hours of the show. We'll talk about the Japanese Poop Museum, and the dumbass versus the mama bear, amongst many, many other things. All of this still coming up. But taking your first short break of the show and a moment to fill you in on what's happening in the world. A news break from NPR. We'll be back right after this. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Nothing you have ever experienced can prepare you for the unbridled carnage you're about to witness.
Excuse me, sir. There's been a little problem in the cockpit.
The cockpit? What is it?
A little room in front of the plane where the pilot is.
And now your weekly news update from NPR.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
I've always listened to it.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Corva Coleman. President Trump is not backing down after targeting several lawmakers who say he used racist tweets. NPR's Franco Ordonez reports that Trump welcomes the matter being taken up at the ballot box.
President Trump doubled down after charging that a group of progressive Democrats should go back to the places they, quote, originally came from, before speaking out about how the U.S. government should be run. Democratic leaders condemned the tweets as racist and xenophobic. But Trump didn't retreat. He instead questioned why the Democrats would defend lawmakers who, he said, speak badly about the United States. He welcomed the issue being decided in the 2020 election. Franco Ordonez, NPR News, Washington.
U.S. immigration authorities have begun small-scale operations to locate and detain undocumented immigrants over the weekend. But there have been few signs of President Trump's threatened massive roundups of undocumented immigrant families that were expected around the country. The threatened raids have taken a toll on businesses in the Bay Area of California. From member station KQED, Sarah Hosseini reports from San Jose.
The city's open-air bazaar is a longtime favorite among the largely Latino crowd. Vendors here say that since the Trump administration started threatening ICE raids several weeks ago, business has gone down by up to 75%. ICE Acting Director Matthew Albence has said the agency plans to execute lawful deportation orders. So far, there have been no reports of any large-scale operation.
Sarah Hosseini reporting. The remnants of Hurricane Barry are sweeping north through Arkansas, bringing very heavy rain and flooding. Flash flood watches and warnings remain posted for eastern Texas through southern Alabama. The storm barreled through the Gulf of Mexico earlier, and the majority of oil production there remains offline. NPR's Rebecca Hersher reports natural gas production has also been affected.
There are nearly 700 drilling rigs and other oil and gas production facilities in the Gulf of Mexico. Nearly half were evacuated due to Hurricane Barry. Barry has moved slowly inland, but nearly three-quarters of normal oil production is still offline, according to the Federal Bureau that regulates offshore drilling. That's more than 1.3 million barrels a day that's not being produced. About 20% of U.S. oil comes from the Gulf of Mexico. More than 60% of natural gas production is also offline. Facilities are expected to start operating again as soon as they've been inspected. Crude oil prices could rise slightly, but the storm is unlikely to impact consumer fuel prices. Rebecca Hersher, NPR News.
American Airlines is canceling more flights because of the grounding of Boeing's 737 MAX jets. The model is off the carrier's schedule through early November. This follows United Airlines' announcement last Friday that it, too, was canceling more flights. This is NPR.
Ashley's of Westland, the best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sporkle Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at Ashley's.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
Feel Good Firing's the place to call when you really want to make yourself feel big by firing somebody. We provide you with an unsuspecting loser who you can hire, then turn around and fire. But Feel Good Firing services go beyond just satisfying your little hissy fits. We'll give you someone you can pin the blame on the next time you spend the whole company payroll on hookers and blow. So when you screw up, don't take the blame. Just pass the buck. Call Feel Good Firings and we'll take the blame, the shame, and the indictments away.
You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your vagir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
The house is now on fire.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Attack. I'm your host, Alien Stone. We have been moving and grooving right along. We talked about a few things. We brought you up on the speed on this day in history. We talked about the 10-inch knife in the face and into the brain. And the guy's still okay. He's probably a superhero now. We had our weekly news updates and plenty of music for your vagir holes. More of that still, of course, on the way. I'm gonna take a risk here, and I'm gonna answer the phone. You're on The Attack. Who's this?
Am I on the radio, sir?
You are on the radio, sir.
I'm ma'am.
You're ma'am. You are on the radio, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. I'm calling from the state of Minnesota.
Minnesota. How are you doing over there in Minnesota?
Good.
Good.
It's not raining. It's a nice day.
That's good. That's very good. You know, it's a beautiful day here today, but I'm stuck down here in the studio. I'll go out later on and enjoy it. So what's up?
No, I just thought I'd give you a call. I've heard about your station on Facebook, on the internet.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that that
you're Keith, right?
Yeah, I go by Alien Stone, but yeah, my name's Keith. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you tune in? Just because you saw the ads, or do you listen to a lot of podcasts or a lot of internet radio?
Yes, I do. I listen to a lot of internet radio.
What kind of stuff do you listen to? Is it more entertainment-based, or is it political, or just music? Or
entertainment-based.
Good.
And some political.
Yeah, I like them to be separated. You know, I like to be able.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I like to go to a show that is political and all political, and then when I'm tired of that, I can go over and learn about Justin Bieber wanting to fight Tom Cruise. Something like that.
Mm-hmm. That's always good.
Yeah.
No, but I thought I'd call in this morning and just kind of give you an idea where I was from, and I'm right near Rochester, Minnesota, Keith.
Well, I really appreciate you calling in and telling me where you're calling from, too, because I do like hearing from people all over the place. We get callers from Italy, we get callers from London, and, of course, all over Michigan. I'm in Detroit.
Oh, okay, you're in Detroit.
Absolutely.
And we play the Tigers once in a while, the Detroit Tigers.
Oh, yeah, that happens.
Yeah, so right now the Minnesota Twins aren't doing too bad.
They're not doing too bad? They're looking good?
Yeah, they're looking good this year.
Yeah, I haven't been paying too much
We're
attention to
hoping
baseball.
for a World Series.
Keep those fingers crossed.
If things go right, if people don't go on the DL, the players don't go on the DL.
Right, you got to have your good players playing. They don't do any good sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
They're just sucking up the
So,
money.
no, I thought I'd give you a call, and you have a good day now, Keith.
You as well. I thank you very much for calling, and keep listening.
Yeah.
Have
Bye-bye.
a good day. Bye. All right. Well, thank you very much for calling from Minnesota. Brand new listener to the show, brand new listener to the station. I do appreciate you, and I love the fact that you listen. I really, really do. And I hope, like I said, I haven't been following baseball too much. I hope that Minnesota and the Tigers meet in the World Series. And then, I have to root for my guys. I'm sorry. But, good luck to you. Anyway, let's get to some more music for the Vagir Holes. Let's cram some right in there. I got a band called Big Motor Gasoline. And it escapes my mind right now as to what state they're from. I want to say California, but I think that's incorrect. I do think that is incorrect. But Big Motor Gasoline, Dirty Politician is the name of this song. And it's going to rock your face off here on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Lights out, better run and hide. Ain't gonna swallow what you feed me. What you see on TV is really true, yeah. Little weasel man with your alligator smile. You can stick your policies where the sun don't shine on. Yeah. Another man is gone. Better run and die. Hats off to a family old tradition. And the children cry. The old and the ocean. Lights out. Better run and die. Ain't gonna swallow what you feed me. What you see on TV really true, yeah. Little weasel man with your alligator smile. You stick your policy where the sun don't shine on. Yeah. Stick your policy where the sun don't shine. We don't need your war. Yeah. Ain't gonna swallow what you feed me. What you see on TV is really true, yeah. Little weasel man with your alligator smile. You can stick your policies where the sun don't shine on. Don't shine on. Don't shine. Oh yeah.
A naked blonde walks into a bar with a poodle under one arm and a 2-foot salami under the other. She lays the poodle on the table. Bartender says, I suppose you won't be needing a drink. Naked lady says,
What you have to say.
resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like.
It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Wow, music was a little short there, a little slow. Anyway, welcome back to The Attack, everybody. It is The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone. Moving and grooving right along. We are almost at the end of hour number 1. But that's okay. I got you for 3. I got you for 3 hours every Monday. We go live at 9 a.m. Eastern. Take you all the way up to lunch with The Attack. Playing great indie music from all over the world. And when I say all over the world, I'm not saying, Detroit and California. Or maybe some New York. No, we get stuff from Germany. We get stuff from Italy. We get stuff from India. I got some stuff from Ireland. I got music from all over the world. When I say all over the world, I mean all over the world. That is the great and powerful thing about internet radio, people. For those of you that are just now getting into internet radio, you think, oh, these are just some people playing around on some microphones in their basement. They're recording stuff. No, this is radio done without the thumb of the industry on top of you, is what it is. See, radio is a very, very powerful medium. It's powerful. I mean, you can listen to it. You can say what, you get your information out to people, as many people as can listen. That's why they put their thumb on you. Oh, we don't want you to play that song. Well, why don't you want me to play that song? And they'll tell you something about, oh, we have a program and we have an algorithm that determines what people actually want to hear, what's popular, what isn't, and it's based on sales and record executives and this and blah, 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 blah. And we got some charts and facts and figures and everything that says this is the song that we're supposed to play, not this one. So basically, all of that translates down to this record company gives more money to the radio stations than this record company does. That's why we're hearing this instead of this. That's all there is to it. It's what gets pushed onto the radio. The radio only gets so much time to play music, and there's music that can be, think about how many artists there are in the world that you know of. Now, multiply that by 50,000 times. That's how many artists there are, because you don't know everybody. They can't all get on the radio. So how do they get on the radio? Well, if you're a big old fat corporation, you buy your way on. Those big fat corporations that own like 5 out of the 6 radio stations in an area and control everything that you hear and see. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Or you can go internet radio. There is no FCC regulations for internet radio. Now, if your show is being broadcast on an FM station someplace else later on as a podcast, that's a different story. But if I want to say things that aren't allowed on regular radio, I can. I don't have that censorship to me. I can play music that I think is good, not what I'm told to play. When listening to internet radio, I can choose what music I wish to listen to based on what I like, not what I'm being told I like. When you hear a Kid Rock song being played 4 times a day, every day for a month, it ingrains in your brain telling you that it must be a good song. It has to be a good song, otherwise they wouldn't play it 4 times a day, right? People want to hear it. That's why they play it 4 times a day, because people want to hear it. You would be surprised how few people actually want to hear it. You would be surprised. Everybody else is tolerating it on some level. You may not know that you dislike it. You may not know that you're being force-fed something. You may not know that, but you are. That's why the music that I play is actually submitted to the station from the artists themselves. It does not come from record executives with a big fat envelope of payola cash to put stuff into rotation. Payola's not allowed anymore in radio. Air quotes. Not allowed means it's not allowed. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Okay? You're not allowed to make a turn without a turn signal, but how many people do it? Okay? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Okay? There's a lot of junk crap music that you hear every single day being played on the radio, and that's not just an opinion. It's actually, if you listen to the music that's being played, they're actually not playing well. They're actually making mistakes and errors, and it's not good. It's being pushed forward by the record executives. Why? Because they get all the money from the records. If they get you to think that the new song by, I don't know who, Jack White, if they make you think that that's a good song, you'll go and buy the album. And if you buy the album, that goes to the record executives. There's only a little bit of that goes to the actual artist. Artists have to tour and sell tickets in order to really make money in the way that the structure is set up now. Now, that being said, too, I was just had a conversation a little while ago with Mad Martin from UG Media on Facebook. I had a conversation with him about how people don't support the people that they know, but they're definitely willing to support people they'll never meet, ever. Ever. You know, like, let's say you're in a band. You're playing in a band, and you're playing at the local corner bar. It's a 10-minute drive from your house and all your friends' houses. It's about 10 minutes to get there. They have beers for $3. Okay, $3 beers at a bar, that's pretty good, okay? They got a good special on hot wings. They got good French fries. There's 4 other bands playing with your band that night, too. So there's 5 bands going to be playing all night long. 5. One of them is a friend of yours who writes songs about things that you and he did as kids. So you approach him and say, hey, I'm playing a show over here. I'd like to sell you a ticket. Would you like to come to the show? There's 5 bands playing. We got wing specials. We got $3 beers, man. It's going to be an awesome night. It's going to go all night long. It's only 10 minutes from your house. You don't even need a designated driver. You could walk. How much are the tickets? They're $10, man. $10. Now, if you wait till the day of the show, they're $12. So get them for me right now, $10. I don't know, man. $10. I don't know, man. It's kind of rough. I don't get paid until next Friday. So, $10 is kind of hard. Oh, okay. Well, I understand, man. Money's kind of tight and everything. But you know what? It's going to be kind of awesome, dude. You should go get another ticket to that Metallica show that's coming up next week. I got 2 tickets to those. I paid $250 each for those tickets, man. They include backstage passes. I'm going to be there, man. I'm going to have beer, and all this cool stuff's going to be happening. Oh, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to pay all this money to see Metallica, who I'm never going to talk to, who've never known, who after the show, even if I did meet them at the show, after the show, they're not going to remember what I look like. They're not going to think about me again, ever again. They will never listen to you. Or listen to you. They'll never be with you. But you're willing to spend $250 a ticket to go see them, but you won't pay $10 lousy to see your friend and support his band and 4 other local bands that are all trying to make it with $3 beers, which when you go to the $250 concert over Metallica, you're going to be paying $7 for a beer. Guarantee it. Hope you don't want alcohol because that's going to be much higher. And they ain't going to have no wings, I tell you that. Support your local musicians. Because the big bands that you're giving all their money to, that they're just buying jet planes and stuff with, they used to be a local musician one time too. And if you don't support them, they'll never have the airplanes. They'll never have the albums. You got to support them when they start. Be there at the beginning, not just at the end. We're going to take a short break, pause the action for station identification. We'll be back with hour number 2 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. Go nowhere.
Ashley's of Westland, the best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sporko Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at Ashley's.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
My God, what have I done? Look at the turning. The Alignment, the latest CD from The Creeping Chaos, featuring Dead in the Water. Dead in the Water. beg for mercy and under the blade. Available now at iTunes, CD Baby, and Rock of Ages in Garden City.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love. Igor's lube? Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing. Thanks, Igor. And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Are you looking for a way to get your message out there? Have you been looking for just the right way to advertise your business, website, or upcoming event? Have you thought about advertising on the radio but thought it would be too expensive? Well, you should try advertising on Alien X Radio. We have advertising packages for every budget starting as low as $30 per month. That's right, radio advertising for as little as $1 a day. You don't have a commercial? No problem. Our copywriting and production department can create a radio spot complete with voiceovers, sound effects, and music that's just right for your needs. And unlike other stations, the production is included. So what are you waiting for? Just visit www.alienxradio.com and click on the advertisers link to get a look at our packages and rates. Then contact us at advertising@alienxradio.com. That's advertising@alienxradio.com.
I'm going to make a run for the border, and I'm going to place an order. At the window, I'll get a burrito with sour cream and no tomato. Hey, wait a minute, this is not what I ordered. I should have gone to the place on the corner. At Taco Hut, even late night, they'll get your friggin' order right. So go to Taco Hut tonight.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your Vajir holes, it's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
Ah, yes. Welcome back, everybody, to the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. It's hour number 2, and I am your host, Alien Stone. I know I might be all boisterous and loud and obnoxious, but hey, you got to get up. You got to wake up. It's already 10 o'clock. It's already 10 o'clock, people. Most of you have been to work at least an hour. You're probably still just staring at the computer, listening to me and watching me, and haven't done any work yet at all, which is fine. It's Monday, you know. You got to ease into the work week, right? That's what I'm here for. That's what Igor's Lube is for, too. Easing you in. Anyway. Hour number 2 is now fully underway. And the hour is fully engorged with things to talk about and things to listen to. Music for the Vajir Holes. More brand new submissions to the station as well as old classic stuff. And I'm going to be playing all kinds of music this hour. So check that out. A weekly sports update brought to you by Alien X Radio's own The Prospect. Brings you that each and every week. You can also hear the sports report, the weekly sports report, all week long, several times throughout the course of the day. Going to be adding that NPR news report as well during the week and during the day with the sports report all week long. adding a little knowledge to you, even though this is not the station or the show to come to if you're looking for news. I'm just warning you now. This is not where you come for your news, all right? This is where you come for the headlines. If you want to read the story, elsewhere. Anyway, coming up this hour still, we got the Japanese Poop Museum. Yeah, you heard me right. The Japanese Poop Museum. It's a real thing, and we'll talk about that. We skipped over a lot of things last hour when I got on my tirade about, supporting your friends and local talent. So we're going to have to back up a little bit and make sure that we hit some of these. Storming Area 51, we'll talk about that for a little bit. Giant cactus car crash, and beans can get you busted. Matter of fact, let's talk about the beans can get you busted right now. We've heard of stupid criminals. They always get busted for doing stupid things, like the guy that was running from the cops in the woods, but he had those tennis shoes that had the light-up ankles on them, the light-up heels, rather. Every time you take a step, they light up. So literally, like, the cops are just watching the guy run through the woods and on the radio telling the other guy on the other side of the woods to pick him up. Well, they just get dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber. This guy, apparently before he decided to commit his crime, he went to Taco Bell and ate a bunch of bean burritos. Washed it down with a big giant Coke, and then ran from the cops. So he's got beans and cola sloshing around in his gut, processing. Well, it processed a little too much while he was hiding from the police officers. And while he was hiding, he thought, I got away with this. The cops are almost ready to leave the area. They gave up looking for him. They can't find him. He was the 2019 hide-and-seek champion. Okay? And then he farted. Beans. They might be the magical fruit. And the more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. But if you eat beans with every meal, you're going to go to jail. I'm just saying, you got busted. Anyway, let's go ahead and get some music for the Vajir Holes. Let's pick something out. Oh, something new. I'm really digging this band Crow. I really am. Got sent over to me. I believe Amanda sent me this stuff. She sent me Crow, and it was the whole album. I'm digging all these tunes. Here's what I'm going to grab this one right now. Throw it over here. This one's called Dead Heroes. It's by Crow, and you are listening to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space, the Japanese Poop Museum on the other side of this.
Darkness behind your eyes, rooted from a poison tree.
JJ Jewell from Greenlight Graffiti, and you are listening to Alien X Radio.
This is Tom McLaughlin, writer and director of Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives, and the lead singer of The Sloths. You are listening to...
Well, that is a sucker punch to the gut.
Don't ever let anybody tell you can't do what you want to do. Set your goals, accomplish your dreams. I'm off and running, baby. I am trouble. Let's go.
Ground running, I ain't looking back again. All the shit I've done in the past has got me adamant to be the man that I can be and lead them to the promised land. Cause I done finally found my flame and I can take a stand. I ain't giving up again, but y'all don't really understand. Everything I went through, I did it so I could be a man. Sacrificing myself so y'all ain't gotta do it. Knowing that my daughters will hold me down if I'ma lose it. I swear to y'all that these babies, they made my doing fluid. I'ma keep it moving like a Buick just to prove it to them. Riding till the wheels fall off, I can't be not pursuing. Cause I done promised myself that I'ma make it big. I don't give a shit what you say about me, I'm on again. See this music, I love it like it's a friend of mine. Had I never found the mic, I probably would've lost my mind. Or ended up a junkie looking for another line. I ain't going back again to the lonely road that I used to roam. I was so alone. But I built my dream and now I'm living it. Got my hands in the air and yeah, I'm kicking it. I'm not going back. I ain't going back again to the lonely road. I can still remember everything that they said, that I could never be a rapper, get it out of my head. So I didn't choose a rapper, picked an artist instead. And now I'm painting perfect pictures like Picasso with that. It ain't a dream anymore because I live it. Just a timid little boy that flew off without a gimmick. Now I'm giving everything that I got like the critic. Always kept it real, you can never say that I didn't. Told Sony go to hell, I ain't changing my image. I am the person I am and got a flow to defend it. And I'll be damned if I sell out, I ain't even bending. So put one in the air and smoke for me. Let me take you on a
journey that my eyes can see, and I'ma show you everything that I chose to be. Hard work and dedication is a part of T. So if you're feeling how I'm feeling, come on, sing it with me. I ain't going back again to the lonely road that I used to roam. I was so alone, but I built my dream and now I'm living it. Got my hands in the air and yeah, I'm kicking it. I'm not going back. I ain't going back again to the lonely road. I ain't going back again to the lonely road that I used to roam. I'm so alone.
Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Oh, wow. I just realized we had the Inside the Mothership logo up this whole time. But it's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. But you are, in fact, inside the mothership. That's where we are at right now. We are traveling through space at triple redunculous speeds. Do not worry. The gravitational plates are gravitating. The inertia canceller is canceling. And the deflector array is not talking about politics. So, we are into hour number 2 now. A little music there. That band, why is it escaping me all of a sudden? Oh, I Am Trouble. That's the name of the band, I Am Trouble. Very unique band from the Detroit area. Look them up online and check them out. They got several songs. They got a whole album. So definitely want to check them out. That tune, Back Again, the name of that one, the radio edit. That's what that was. That's right, they swear. They say naughty words and stuff. That's why people buy it. Who wants to be politically correct and nice all the time? Nobody, right? Just the loud people. Have you ever noticed that? The only people that make a lot of noise are the handful of people that are always upset about everything. I know, I'm one of those people that always runs my mouth. Anyway, let's get off the topic of me being boisterous. Okay? Let's get off that. Where are we on this? I haven't been checking stuff off on this list, so I don't even know where we're at. We're at 17 past the hour. Oh, that's right. We got to do some catching up. But let's do this story first real quick. Ridiculous, people. It's ridiculous. If you're looking on Facebook or on YouTube right now, you can see that is an actual picture of a real place. It's in Japan. It's the Poop Museum. Yes, they have made an entire museum devoted 100% to poop. Now, they don't have, like, dirty-looking poop sitting on. There is a room where they have, like, turds and stuff sitting on tables. Actual, like, looks like turds, but I'm sure they're chocolate or something. But they have this, little spirally, it's like kind of like the poop emoji. Which, by the way, what I've been told a long time ago is that originally that was not supposed to be poop. That was supposed to be chocolate ice cream. Yeah. But somebody goes, hey, that looks like poop. And it was over. All done with. It's now the poop emoji. Anyway, all their poop looks like that emoji. Okay, and it's pink and it's yellow and they're bright colors and pastels and stuff like that. And they've got rides and attractions and candy and all kinds of stuff, all devoted to that shape and poop. The process of pooping, the function of pooping, the reason we all poop, it's all being celebrated at the Poop Museum. Do they have poop from people from the past? I don't know, because that's what you should have if it's a museum, right? Like an old toilet. Like Abraham Lincoln, he took a deuce on this toilet right here. And then his wife had to take it out to the street and dump it because they didn't have plumbing yet. Something like that. That would be a museum, right? like Greenfield Village. You know, you go to Greenfield Village and Henry Ford Museum, and you're there and you're checking out all the Henry Ford stuff, like his original car that he built and got the motor industry underway, you know what I'm saying, and pushed it forward. And then he went into the bathroom and pushed one out, and we have it here in a bucket. And it's fossilized now, but it's in the museum. It's the poop museum, right? So send it on over to Japan. Those people love poop over there. I'm just saying. If you're looking at the picture, it's a big giant pile of pink poop. It looks like what's really funny is that it's like they're like, how can we make poop appealing to women? Let's see. Let's make it pink and light blue and all these pastel pretty colors and stuff. And yeah, then girls will like poop. Maybe then they'll admit that they fart too. They'll never admit that. They'll never admit to farting. Has nothing to do with the new Green Deal either. Has nothing to do with cows farting. Cows don't fart as much as actual human women do. They just claim that they don't. Just saying. If you're a woman and you say you don't fart, you're a liar. You're a liar. Anyway, giant cactus car crash. This guy, that's right, it starts with a guy. He lost control of his vehicle in Arizona and crashed into a giant cactus. Did he just crash into the cactus and the cactus went flying, or he went flying? No, it broke in half, and the whole entire top half of the cactus went into his windshield, and luckily, he did not even get stuck with one of those little prickly things. Giant cactus. For those of you who don't know what a cactus is, it's an Arizona tree, okay? Oh, my God. This thing's huge, by the way. It's like, I don't know, maybe a foot. Like if you were to like cut it, the cross angle of it, you look at it, it's like a foot wide. I mean, it was huge. Maybe a foot and a half even. It was huge. Anyway, guy lived. And, let's see what we did there. Okay, let's just for a moment here. I'm going to get some music for your Vajir holes. But first, come on, people. Area 51 is a highly secure military facility in the desert. Yes, the stories and the history of Area 51 include stories of crashed alien UFOs and beings being brought back for autopsies, and maybe there's one in captivity still to this day. Okay, but everybody is there. It's all over Facebook, okay? And I'm sure that you're all just getting fished in, okay? Because nobody's going to actually show up. I'm assuming nobody would show up. But they want to have, I think it's like 400,000 people or some stupid number like that. All these people are supposed to show up. And I saw a couple of different dates, so that's how you know this is all BS. But they're supposed to show up all coordinated on a particular day, and they're going to rush Area 51. They're going to get in, and they're going to find out the truth. They're going to bum rush Area 51. And they keep putting the same tagline. They can't stop all of us. They can't stop all of us. You're right. They can't stop all of you. And they won't have to stop all of you either. Because once all of you start bum rushing Area 51, again, a highly secure military facility, most of which is underground and highly guarded by military with weapons that you do not possess. Okay, when you all start bum rushing that place, eventually it will be a gunfight. Okay, eventually they are going to have to pull out their machine guns and start cutting down the group that is running towards the facility. Why? Because it's a highly secure military facility and you're trespassing. You're not allowed to be there. Okay? I understand you want to get inside. I understand you want to know about the aliens. I get it. I want to know about the aliens too. But I am not going to get shot to find out. And again, can't stop all of us. They won't have to, because the rest of you are going to turn tail and run, because I don't think too many of you are going to want to crawl over top of the pile of dead people that have already been cut in half by machine gun fire. Okay? Just saying. Don't do it. We will find out eventually, okay? We will find out eventually. Does knowing ahead of time really matter? Does it really matter? Knowing that the aliens have been here this whole time? Does it help you in some way move forward in life? One day it will be brought forth. We will know. Will that day be when the government finally reveals that they've been here this whole time? I don't know. Will it be the day that even the government stands back and looks up in the sky and goes, holy crap, and there's a giant warship? I don't know. But I know I'm not getting cut in half by machine gun fire to find out. Okay? Music for the Vajir holes from the Smashed Idols, Alien Song, on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
You ever wonder what it'd be like if aliens came down from outer space? Well, this is what they'd sing. We've come from a distant rock to see what you monkeys got. We'll watch you for years and years, so cry out your final tears. People of Earth, people of Earth, people of Earth, people of Earth. You're gonna die now. That's all right, and that's okay. Hey, hey, hey. What's underway? We can't stand your TV shows. We'll laugh at your silly clothes. You should have hired writers. You should have paid designers. People of Earth, people of Earth, people of Earth, people of Earth. You're gonna die now. There's no way out for you. You've nothing left to prove. We gave you lots of chances. These are your last dances. People of Earth, people of Earth, people of Earth, people of Earth. You're gonna die now. That's all right, and that's okay. Hey, hey, hey. What's underway? That's all right. 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 All right. That's all right. All right.
Ah, yes, the Alien Song by the Smashed Idols. Mad Martin jamming to that one in the chat room, too, yeah. We're loving those tunes, man. Anyway, it is that time, once again, to take a short break, pause in the action for station identification. A little heads up what's on its way still. It is just a rattlesnake-toting car thief with uranium. You know, it's just average. It's a Tuesday, you know. And a rare bird or just spicy? Traffic or a wild boar? And a hearse in the carpool lane? That's all still coming up this hour. Next hour, the wackadoo of the week is the Pirate Man. Not the Pirate Man. I keep saying pirate. He's the parrot man. Like, Polly want a cracker? Polly. A parrot. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Also, a dumbass versus a mama bear. More news from NPR. And orbs over the sky in Kansas City even has the weather service freaking out. We'll talk about that. More music for the Vajir Holes and a classic episode of Just a Few Questions that I haven't even selected yet. So go nowhere. The Prospect drops in next with your weekly sports update. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with the Prospect.
Hello everyone and welcome to the weekly sports update with the Prospect on Alien X Radio. Well, just when you thought the storm has passed in the NBA trade talks, here comes another blockbuster deal that may spell doom for one team altogether. The Oklahoma City Thunder has agreed to trade Russell Westbrook to the Houston Rockets for Chris Paul, 2 future protected first-round picks, and 2 pick swaps. The deal brings 11 years of loyalty with the team to an end, a journey that Westbrook is, quote, eternally grateful for, according to an Instagram post he made after the announcement. In it, the point guard thanks the fans of the city that he grew up in and the sport that he loves. He is reunited with James Harden, his teammate in OKC, in a tenure that included a trip to the NBA Finals, which was over thanks to the LeBron James-led Miami Heat. Now, of course, Thunder is not getting the short end of the stick here, as they did acquire Paul, but the trio of Westbrook, Harden, and Durant in OKC is no more, so the team is focused on looking deep into their roster for the next big supporting cast. Athletes going from one sport to another is always an interesting sight. Getting out of a comfort zone or going back to a sport you played in high school or college is always a challenge with different stamina regimens, schedules, and traveling. One person making such a jump is Alberto Rodriguez, who will be making his MMA debut for Combat Americas to face UFC legend Tito Ortiz. Rodriguez, 42, is better known to some as Alberto Del Rio, former WWE champion, which shouldn't be much of a shock to some that he would make a career change as he joins Dave Bautista and Phil CM Punk Brooks as others that traded the square circle for the Octagon. Now he has a tall task ahead of him in Ortiz, the 44-year-old Hall of Famer, who is coming out of retirement to face him. The match, which has no date set, is contested at 210-pound catchweight. Well, tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I am the Prospect. Say until next time, Prospect out.
Westland, the best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sport Go Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at Ashley's.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
Hey, big guy. I heard you lost a close one today. Look, Jamie, maybe we weren't the lowest rate this time. But when you show people their progressive direct rate and our competitors' rates, you can't win them all. The important part is you help them save.
Thanks, Flo.
Hey, let's go get you an ice cream cone, champ.
The sprinkles?
Sprinkles are for winners.
I understand.
resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Man, I've been getting onto some rants today, talking about some different stuff. You know, I have a plan in front of me, but I'm not following. You know what I'm saying? I'm jumping around. So we're going to have to play some catch-up here and get some things in. So we already talked about the Poop Museum, right? Yeah, we certainly did. But what we didn't do, I don't think, was the punchlines that went with that. So let's go ahead and knock those out real quick, if you will. The punchlines, number 2. A little bit late. Chicago police confirm there's an alligator in Park Lagoon. An alligator roaming about in the lagoon in Chicago. But, you know, they didn't do anything about it because they're just alligator monitors. They don't actually help with the removal. They just tell you if you have an alligator in your lagoon. You have an alligator in your lagoon. Well, what are you going to do about it? We're just alligator monitors. Anyway, Golf Cat absolutely will not let you play through, so don't even think about it. Golf Cat says, no golf for you. And then he jumped on Tiger Woods' ankle and injured him. Apparently he was the security guard. Anyway, golf story on an Alien Stone show? What, golf? Yeah. Anyway, there's a cat. You try, and the cat runs over, starts swatting at it and stuff, yeah. So why anybody hasn't darted this cat and taken it away and released it in the wild some other place, I don't know. Continuing right along. Porta potty pit stop goes horribly wrong in wild chase scene caught on camera. I think I can speak for most people. If there's a scene shot in a porta potty, we do not need to see it. So we're good. Okay? We are good. So I knocked that out anyway. So now we're caught all up. This portion of the show being brought to you by Ashley's of Westland, located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Stop on in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and Saturday night stop on in for our own DJ Wild Bill as he is doing Sporkle Live. You can now order online for delivery with Uber Eats and Grubhub at www.ashleys.com. That's Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier malt to tap. Thank you for being a proud sponsor of the show. So, I went all out of order and everything. There's more music for the Vajir Holes, and I had it all lined up, and now it's gone missing. There's Blue Stolly. Where did that go? There it is. Ultra Numb. It's time to get Ultra Numb, everybody, on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
You want it all right? Everything you wanted. You want it all right?
Shoving big black long things in my face. Just as a Tuesday.
I'm Kelly Harris from Face Off. I came here to eat hobbits and kill boners. And you're listening to Alien X Radio.
Motherfuckers!
Outlaws of the street.
Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Come on.
Welcome back to The Attack. I'm your host, Alien Stone. Man, oh man, how quickly a script and a plan can fall apart. Yep, a couple little rants in the show and everything is off kilter here. Got to do some catching up, man. Where are we supposed to be at? Okay, we just did that. We did the sports. We did that. Okay. And now it's 46, so we did this. See, we didn't even talk about that. See? I'm just jumping over stuff. So real quick, if you're pulling a guy over, okay, let's say you're pulling a guy over. You're a cop. I don't know, maybe, he's got a mullet, no shirt on, looks like Joe Dirt, driving down the street, speeding. Didn't pull him over for the mullet, looking like Joe Dirt, or for him cranking Leonard Skinner, okay? You didn't do that. You pulled him over because he was speeding. But you're running the plates. It's a stolen car. Joe Dirt stole the car, people. You got to arrest him now, right? So pull him over. So they get him all pulled over. And what do they find when they get this guy? This is great. They're arresting Joe Dirt. And in the glove box is his pet rattlesnake. Pet rattlesnake. Who has a pet rattlesnake in the glove box? And how did that go, Does Squirmy want to go for a ride? Huh? Does Squirmy want to go for a ride? And Squirmy was all like, yeah, I want to go. Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the snake store and get some treats for my stomach. I don't think it went like that, okay? But he's got a rattlesnake in the glove box. Why? I don't know. What else did he have in the glove box besides a rattlesnake? Did he have drugs? Nope. Didn't have any drugs. He might have taken some before he embarked upon his adventure for the day. It seems like that may have been what started everything with some drugs. But no, there were no drugs in the glove box. There was no alcohol. There was no weapons. Just a rattlesnake. Oh, and a baggie of powdered uranium. Yeah. Why? I don't understand. For what I've heard too from other people, when I've mentioned this as being a ridiculous story, they're like, "Oh, you can get powdered uranium online." Who's selling powdered uranium online? Question mark. I don't know. And why? What is the 313-444-8919. Again, it's 313-444-8919. If you understand who sells, why they would sell, and why someone would need powdered uranium for anything other than bad stuff, let me know. I mean, I'm not a scientist. Maybe before you add a certain thing to it, powdered uranium is Kool-Aid. I don't know. I know it's not the final ingredient in Igor's lube. I know that. Okay? Powdered uranium, a rattlesnake, Joe Dirt with a stolen car. Strike one, strike two, strike three. You're done, sir. You are finito. Okay, so anyway, we caught up on that story. Amazing. So this portion of the show is being brought to you by Igor's Lube, y'all. That's right. Located at www.igorslube.com. Igor introduces the final ingredient for love. It's Igor's Lube. From squeaky hinges and dry flaky elbows to naked games of Twister and doing it, everything is smoother with Igor's Lube. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook. That's Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow at igorslube.com. That's www.igorslube.com. No, that's not a fake commercial. Go on over to igorslube.com and check it out right now and make sure that you like Igor's Lube on Facebook. I'm telling you, Igor's Lube. It's going to be huge. It's going to be an empire. Someday, I'll be dead. I'll be dead. So, people are stupid. We know this, okay? And scientists go to school for a long time so that they could get a piece of paper that they put in a frame and put on the wall that says they're not stupid, right? Right. So, explain to me why scientists spent a very long time doing tests on a bird that they found, who they thought was a very, very rare bird. They're like, we've never seen anything like this bird before. It's an orange seagull. It's rare. We've never seen an orange seagull before. What is causing this mutation in the genes now to where these seagulls are being born the color orange? You know, they're not going to be very hard to see at all at, you know, on the shorelines and stuff. You know, they're going to stand out, so predators will get them and they won't be able to catch their food, you know. So they spent a long time studying, you know, what's going on with this bird and what can we do to help the population. These very smart scientists spend all this time trying to figure it out, and then suddenly somebody has that eureka moment where they go, wait a minute. Let's do this test. This could be what it is. Let's test this. Test comes back positive. It's just a regular seagull covered in curry. It was a regular seagull just covered in curry. And the scientists did many experiments on it before they figured that out. Where can I get one of those diplomas? Okay? It didn't smell like Indian food to you? It's not a rare bird. It's just spicy. Okay? Send it on off to the colonel. Move on. The colonel's new, brand spanking new curry seagull. And it only costs $300,000 or $400,000 worth of experiments before you figure it out. Scientists are supposed to be smart. But all the time they're wasting money on the most ridiculous things. We did a story, I think, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago. We did a story where the scientific team spent all this grant money and all this private money and everything just doing research into figuring out why ducks have penises shaped like corkscrews. What? Why do you care? Why would you waste perfectly good money figuring out something that nobody gives a crap about? You saw one orange seagull, and you immediately jumped into action, spending thousands of dollars to capture this very rare bird before even considering for a fact, for just a moment, that maybe it's died or it got into something. So after all this money spent capturing it, you again start checking it for everything that it isn't before checking to see what it actually is. This is how government money is spent. Oh, wait a minute. I just went into government. We're out of that. It's time now to get back to the entertainment side of things. So it's not a rare bird. It's just spicy. Send it to the KFC. Now, a couple of college students, again, they're supposed to be smart too, right? Again, I know a lot of people that have degrees, not smart, okay? So they were hiking out in the wilderness. They weren't that far out in the wilderness because there's a nearby highway, okay? I'm in the wilderness. No, you're not. The highway is like half a mile right over there, okay? You're not in the wilderness. So they're hiking, and one says to the other one, hey, do you hear that? Do you hear that noise? What's that noise? Oh, my God, there's something chasing us. Oh, my God, there's something coming through the woods. It's chasing us. So they start running. They get all panicked and everything, and they convince themselves that the sounds they heard was that of a wild boar chasing them down in the woods. And it was going to catch them, and it was going to rip out a good chunk of their leg, because that's what boars do. So they finally make it to the freeway and start screaming, help, help, we're being chased by a wild boar. And then they stop swinging their hands for a second, and they listen. And the sound that they thought was a wild boar was actually just the sound of the traffic that they just ran towards. College students. Brilliant! Time to take a short break. Pausing the action for station identification. We'll be back with hour number 3 of the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space on the other side of this. The wackadoo of the week is the Parrot Man. And we'll talk about dumbasses versus Mama Bear, more punchlines, more news from NPR, and Orbs over Kansas City even has the weather service concerned, and a classic episode of Just a Few Questions that I have not even selected yet. All of that when we return to the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Go nowhere.
Ashley's of Westland. The best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sporkle Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at Ashley's.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
Me and my lady want to get busy tonight. What do you recommend?
Igor's Lube.
I got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. Any ideas on how I can get it out?
Igor's Lube.
The hinges on my cabinet doors are squeaky. What should I use?
Igor's Lube.
I got dry, flaky elbows.
Igor's Lube.
Okay, but what if I'm being held hostage by a supervillain in an underground lair with a ticking time bomb and only seconds left until detonation? What would save me then, huh?
Igor's Lube.
That's right. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Are you looking for a way to get your message out there? Have you been looking for just the right way to advertise your business, website, or upcoming event? Have you thought about advertising on the radio but thought it would be too expensive? Well, you should try advertising on Alien X Radio. We have advertising packages for every budget starting as low as $30 per month. That's right, radio advertising for as little as $1 a day. You don't have a commercial? No problem. Our copywriting and production department can create a radio spot complete with voiceovers, sound effects, and music that's just right for your needs. And unlike other stations, the production is included. So what are you waiting for? Just visit www.alienxradio.com and click on the advertisers link to get a look at our packages and rates. Then contact us at advertising@alienxradio.com. That's advertising@alienxradio.com.
You just robbed a house. You have all this great stuff that now belongs to you, but you got this annoying pang of guilt nagging at you. You just can't get over the thought of the lives you've shattered in your quest for illicit goods. Well, worry no more, because your friends at Cell Block Greeting Cards have the answer for you. Introducing our new line of petty crime thank you cards. Before you smash and grab one of our cards and leave it behind on your next heist. Choose from any of these fine heartfelt cards like,
"Sorry I crapped on your couch, but thank you for the plasma TV."
Or,
"Thanks for the PlayStation, alcohol, and penny jar."
And,
"Don't use your toothbrush."
For a limited time, introducing,
"I'm still in the house."
And many more sentimental petty crime thank you cards. Available at any back alley, shadowy parking lot, or Walmart.
This summer, the United States Board of Tourism invites you to discover America. There's so much to see, so much to do. Just listen.
This week, it's the Pick and Flick Festival in Booger, Montana, featuring the annual all-you-can-eat Booger Buffet, sinusitis sufferer Barbara Streisand in The Sound of Mucus, and famed nutritionist Dr. Vince Viscuous reading from his new book, You Say It's Dinner, I Say It's Not.
America. We'll celebrate anything.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Give me some static.
You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership
For the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
When's the last time you had a good time? Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vajir holes.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
Shogun of Harlem.
Oh, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. The Last Dragon. Right there he was, the Shogun of Harlem. Show enough. Anyway, welcome to hour number 3 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. And what do we have all prepared, set, and sharpened to shoot directly into your vajir holes this hour? We've got the dumbass versus the mama bear. We've got an NPR News weekly update for you. And the Weather Service is even concerned about this, folks. So you might not even have to bum rush Area 51. Maybe the aliens found out you were going to do this, and they said, well, they're going to do this anyway, so we might as well step up now. But the Weather Service is worried because there are random orbs appearing over Kansas City. Why Kansas City? I don't know. But when they leave, they won't be in Kansas anymore, Toto. Sorry. I'll also pick out I'm not even going to pick it out. I'm just going to randomly choose a classic episode of just a few questions to round out the hour. I don't know why I don't ever have this programmed here. Always got to search for something. There it is. So let's go ahead and get hour number 3 underway.
And now your wackadoo of the week.
All right. Do I have a picture for wackadoo of the week? I don't think I made one for that. I made all kinds of really cool new pictures and stuff to use on the show, but I didn't make a wackadoo of the week, did I? No, I sure didn't. So it was pointless for me to even talk about it. I apologize, folks. So our wackadoo of the week is known as the Parrot Man. Not the Pirate Man, the Parrot Man. First, this gentleman got a parrot, of course. And he loved the parrot so much that he got another parrot and another parrot, and he's got a few parrots. And he loves parrots so much that he went to a tattoo artist. Yes, you guessed it. And he got tattooed all over his face to look like a parrot. But he didn't stop there. I mean, you already tattooed feathers on your face and with multicolors and everything, the way the parrot's faces are. But then he goes to a plastic surgeon and spends $50,000 getting stuff done to his face to make him look more like a parrot. I seen the pictures of the woman who spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to look like Barbie. And I think that she should have been more clear that she meant Barbie from coming out of the box, not Barbie after it's been melted in a house fire. Because that's what the Barbie she looks like. She looks like house fire victim Barbie. Without bandages. I'm just saying. So you can imagine what this guy looks like, okay? With every dollar he spent and every moment he continued, he lost a job opportunity. So, I'm so sorry. Sir, you are now unemployable. Except for in a circus. Mr. Parrot Man. You are the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space's Wackadoo of the Week. Thank you very much. So, let's go ahead and find some music for the Vajir holes. What could go good with that? I don't know. Do I have any parrot music? I don't think I have any parrot music. You know what? Sometimes I like to just search a word and see what I actually have. So let's see if parrot, what comes up? Nothing. Yes, I have absolutely nothing with parrot in it. So, again, you shouldn't have even heard any of that. I'd like to, every once in a while, expose the man behind the curtain, and I shouldn't do that. Not the little man behind the curtain. That's a different kind of exposure. You can get arrested for that. If you don't know what I mean by the man behind the curtain, I have a group that I started a long time ago. It's called the wow, it's been so long since it's been on there. The World Internet Broadcasters Alliance. Yeah, go look for it. It's crazy. But anyway, I put on there a post before about what the man behind the curtain is. And in radio and in television, remember, what you are selling is the product that the person receives. They cannot see where the product came from. They have no idea the process that it takes to put the product together. That's one of the things that's great about internet radio, folks, is a terrestrial radio station will spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars a year, on a building and all this crazy expensive equipment and all this huge staff to go out and do things in trucks, to do remotes and all this kind of stuff. And they spend all this money, which is why they got to get so much advertising, which is why they got to sell out so much and trick people into listening so that they can sell all this advertising space and everything. Where was I going with this? I don't know. I lost my... See, I went on a tangent again. Oh, the man behind the curtain. That's right. So, somebody in a very small studio, someplace, can sound just as big, just as legitimate, and just as important as the biggest guy out there, as long as you never expose the man behind the curtain. And the man behind the curtain is a reference, of course, to Wizard of Oz. Remember, everybody was trembling and in fear of the wizard because he was so powerful and so amazing. Until the curtain slid open and you realized it was just a guy operating a bunch of machinery. Now, the great and powerful Oz is no longer great and powerful. It's all been an illusion. It's all been the wool pulled over your eyes. It's just this guy. Well, guess what? Everything big out there, everything that you think is huge and everything that you hold dear to your heart and love, there is a man behind that curtain. There's somebody behind that curtain operating everything, and he's not as big as the end result that you think it is. Even at those big stations. Even in those big stations. I worked at one of the biggest stations in Detroit. Not one of the. At the time that I worked there, it was the biggest radio station in the entire Detroit market. WNIC. Hugest radio station. And you know what? When I worked on the weekends there, this huge giant building that they paid all this money for with this giant staff, I was the only living, breathing entity in the building while I was there. Not another living soul anywhere in the building. And you know what? It sounded just like a full staff of people in a big building. It was just me and a mixing board, which is all you need to do radio. You don't need a $400,000 a year building. You know, you just don't need that. Anyway, enough of that crap, right? That was exposing a little of the man behind the curtain anyway. But I gave you a peek. You enjoy it. I stuff him back behind the curtain again. Let me get back to things. So, I need some more music for the Vajir holes. Once again, I'm going back with Crow because I'm loving this band. Everything I'm playing, oh yes, I already played that one. Here's one that's called Cruel. I'm not sure about this one. I don't remember this one, but I know I played all of the tracks, and I didn't have a problem with any of them. So, in your Vajir holes, straight to me from across the pond, courtesy of Amanda. Thank you very much for the music from Crow. This is Cruel on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
When the time is right, there will be no need to walk around in your disguise.
something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir hole. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Can you feel it?
Yeah, it's the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone. Welcome back to the attack. Did I just hit the wrong button? No, I didn't. I'm actually hitting the right buttons all of a sudden. Doesn't happen too often. This portion of the show being brought to you by Ashley's of Westland, located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and Saturday nights for our own DJ Wild Bill and Sporkle Live. You can order online for delivery with Uber Eats and Grubhub at www.ashleys.com. That's Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap. So let's go ahead and get to this third and final, I almost said just a few questions. Third and final punchlines. The internet is really getting behind this sea star's big booty. Now, have you seen the pictures? I mean, they've been flooding social media with it. It's all over the place. It's a starfish from the sea. Like it'd be from somewhere else. It's a starfish in the sea. Somebody took a picture of it, and it's leaning up. It's like up on a rock, and for some reason, it's like it's got the point, which is like the head. It's got the 2 points going out on the sides, so it's like the arms, and then it's got the 2 points going down like the legs, right? So it looks like it's a standing person. But right above the two legs is two big giant butt cheeks. So it's a starfish from the sea with a big booty. I did not know that Kim Kardashian was from the sea, but okay. Why she's a star, I don't know. That was terrible. Watch Joey Chestnut's chewing workout for Nathan's hot dog eating contest. Really? Watch Joey Chestnut's chewing workout for Nathan's hot dog eating contest. Again, if there is a video of sloppy hot dog eating, we don't need to see this. We just don't need to see it, okay? You see sloppy hot dog eating right about closing time in a strip club. Anyway, moving and grooving right along. Now, wasps are forming massive super nests. Because life just isn't scary enough already, right? Super nests! This just in, the Sci-Fi Channel has already contacted and teamed up with Anthony C. Ferrante for Wasp NATO 1 through 15. Done deal. Signed. It's ready to go. It's ready to go. And finally, Dumbass versus Mama Bear. There's a social media video. It's going viral. It's at some wildlife preserve, whatever, where cars are parked and stupid people get out of their cars, okay? People are out of the cars, and here comes a black bear with 3 cubs walking towards the street where people are parked and people are standing outside. Now, if you know anything about a black bear, that black bear is just going to walk through and keep going, okay? He's just going to keep going because they don't want to have interaction with human beings. They really don't. They really don't. Now, I'm not saying to stand there and still hold your ground. No, get out of the way, move, get yourself clear. Well, this guy wanted to pet the cubs. They're so cute. The cubs are so cute. Let's pet the cubs. So he's calling the cubs over. The cubs continue walking the way they're supposed to go, the way their mother told them to go, and the mother's following up behind. So this idiot runs around the car to once again try to call over the cubs. Hey, come here, these cute little cubs. I want to pet you. He gets probably within 6 feet of the mama bear, who turns around and lunges at the guy as you hear onlookers gasping, "Oh my God!" And he stops just before attacking the man, as the man, of course, backs up. And the bear realized that this person backed up, and again, being a bear that doesn't want to have interaction with a person, realized he backed up and did his job and her job and scared him, and immediately ran back to the cubs and continued across the road into the woods. Moral of this story, it's a bear, dumbass. It's a bear. They're not cute. Yes, the cubs, oh, they're so cute, they're so cute. They will hurt you. Remember we did a story in, last hour or the hour before that? We get it. Bears will hurt you. Stop doing this dumb stuff. All right, anyway, what's next? Look at the tiger cubs. They're so cute. Tiger cubs? Okay, the bear doesn't want to interact with you. The tiger would love to interact with you, if you know what I'm saying. Love to. So, anyway, enough of that. Blah, blah, blah. Still coming up on the show, we've got orbs over Kansas City, and the Weather Service is all upset about that. And a classic episode of Igor's Lube. I was going to choose the Halloween episode, which was the birth of Igor's Lube, for just a few questions. But I've decided no. The episode that I chose, which will be coming up, is the episode where Dirty Mind Detroit was in studio. And we talked about butt microphones. It'll be great. Stick around for that. Anyway, let's get some more music into your Vajir holes. How about this time around, we go with... keep choosing different stuff here. I don't want to do Dirty Mind Detroit. We already did a song by them, and they're coming up on just a few questions. So, I'm thinking... Wow, I can't really... I've played all these songs so many times, these other ones. I should go back to the new stuff, but I played 4 new songs already today. I don't want to play too many of the same new artist. It's not fair to all the other ones. This is a band actually I haven't played in a very, very long time. Luxuria is the name of the tune, and the name of the band is Gash. A long time ago, I had Tibby X, who is the lead singer of Gash, on the show, and this is like a punk... I think she described it as a punk sex band. I think that's the way she described it. So anyway, I'll let you decide. This is Luxuria by Gash on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Running
is City X of Gas, and you are listening to Alien X Radio.
The work is done, what to do?